I'm Garrison, proud to welcome you to the Broadneck Library. Come on in towards the middle here so we can all have a good view. Sometimes the Empire is a little bit larger than the venue provides. This is the massive might of the Empire. That's Good morning. How are you today? I'm sorry, what? Oh, you're good. Excellent. We are members of the 501st Legion, the old line Garrison. We take care of security for the Empire for the Maryland and Washington, D.C. area. As you can see, we have a great variety of troops in the Empire to ensure peace and security in a great variety of conditions out there. You never know what you might encounter, from swampiness to desert to underwater to outer space. So, how many folks have seen my favorite historical document, Star Wars? Excellent, excellent. So I'll be asking you some questions to make sure that you know the proper history of the Empire and the galaxy. So we have a whole bunch of different characters here. There's many different jobs for folks who want to join the Empire. For instance, myself, and also just over here on the end, as well as on the other end. Does anybody know what our title would be? What our role would be? Yes? That is correct. We are the Imperial officers. So we make sure that the troops have the proper instructions, that they know where to go. In the event that there's some incursions by bad guy rebels, we make sure that the troops have the correct instructions, that there's no bad information out there. Also on our uniform, we'll have a rank bar here that will designate the pecking order, if you will, for the different officers to make sure that everybody knows who is in charge. Who knows who's ultimately in charge of the Empire? Who is ultimately in charge of the Empire? Yes, sir.
Darth Vader?
That's right, Darth Vader. Darth Vader is the one that we all report to, but Darth Vader, even he has a boss. Who is Darth Vader's boss? Answer no. Yes.
The Empire.
The Empire? Close. The Emperor. That's right, the Emperor. Emperor Palpatine is ultimately in charge of the Empire. Right, so that is Darth Vader's boss. So, usually when you think of Star Wars, where do you think? Down here on Earth or somewhere up in space? That's right, somewhere up in space. So which one of these folks do you think works in space primarily? Which one of these folks works in outer space? You seem to know a lot of stuff, don't you? Gentlemen with the gray jacket.
The TIE Fighter pilots.
That's right, the TIE Fighter pilots work in outer space. Sir, if you would come forward. Thank you. So the TIE Fighter pilot has lots of special equipment to ensure that he is safe when he's flying around in space. So he's got this special helmet, which is connected to his starfighter. So there's special readouts and displays that show up inside the lenses. Also, we have a breathing apparatus here so that in the event of a collision with perhaps an asteroid, watch out for those, in the event that the pilot is ejected from the starship, he will be able to survive with this breathing apparatus. Do TIE fighters have shields to protect them? They have shields. No, that's right, they do not. So it's a very dangerous craft to fly in outer space. You got to watch out for asteroids. Thank you, sir. So eventually we have to come down from space, right? We have to land on the planet and take care of some things, take care of some business. We had to go to this very hairy planet. Do you know about a planet where there's all these creatures, lots of hair, they need a haircut, and lots of brushing, I would imagine. Which one of these troopers went down on the planet with, yes? That dude right there. That dude, please come forward. Yes, this is a scout trooper. For bonus points, what was the name of that planet? Does anybody remember the name of the planet where those hairy creatures were? Yes. Endor? That's where the tiny furry creatures were, yes. But we want the tall furry creatures. I want them. Do it again. All right, gentlemen with the camera, what's the name of the planet that the tall furry creatures were on? Oh, I forgot. Gentleman with the other camera.
Kashyyyk?
Kashyyyk, that's right. Everybody remember Kashyyyk? Spelled with 2 Y's for some reason. Kashyyyk. So on that planet, it's a little bit of a different environment. It's more swampy. There's a lot of trees. So with trees and green vegetation and whatnot like that, sometimes we want to be more stealthy. So we wear, this is on his armor, camouflage. That's right. There's a Brad Paisley song about that, right? Not that we don't do that guy. So we wear camouflage so we can be more stealthy, hide behind the trees, and fight. Who are our enemies on Kashyyyk? Who were we fighting against on Kashyyyk? Was it big hairy guys? Or was it, stormtroopers? You know? No, the clone troopers are good guys on Kashyyyk. This is also a clone trooper. Yes, who are we fighting on Kashyyyk? That's right, bad guys. The droid armies. Remember the clanking robots? They came out of the water with their special tanks and everything, and they're trying to blow up the big furry guys. Thank you, sir. So, on his outfit, we have a couple of different pouches with special, they hold ammunition for his blaster, as well as other special supplies so that when you're in the field and you're hungry, somewhere in here is some snackies. Thank you, sir. Okay, we also have some other clone troopers. Who can tell me the name of the clone trooper in blue? He's a special clone trooper. Most clone troopers are plain white, but the gentleman in blue, who can tell me the name of that trooper? Yes.
Captain Rex.
Captain Rex.
Captain Rex, excellent. This is Captain Rex, you come forward. So, the clones were all copies of a certain gentleman in the galaxy, right? But some clones, after their training, they showed a little bit more aptitude, a little bit more intelligence, a little bit more ability in the battlefield to make smart decisions. So we turned them into leaders, and they were promoted. And so this is Captain Rex. I do some.
It's over there. I had a sin.
So in some of the movies, the good guys may turn bad, and the bad guys may turn good. So that's part of the Star Wars universe, is that you have different people, and as you go through life, you can make different choices, right? You can choose either the bright and shiny, what do we call that side? The light side, right? Or the wonderful, beautiful, attractive, easy. Addressed. That's right, the dark side. Good side. So, Captain Rex has a couple of extra things on the armor. Oh yes, we use armor to protect us on the battlefield in case the bad guys are trying to shoot us with their blasters or throw rocks at us. And Captain Rex also brandishes special pistols because Captain Rex is a leader. Whereas the others, the clone troopers, will carry a large laser blaster. So Captain Rex has decorated his uniform to stand out from the crowd a little bit, right? There's another clone trooper here. Can you tell me the name of the yellow clone trooper? Who can tell me the name of the yellow clone trooper? Did you know the name? What is the yellow clone? It's this one right here. Yeah. That's right, Commander Cody. Commander Cody is also another clone trooper that stood out in the academy and also in the battlefield. Commander Cody, if you come forward, sir. So when you need to see things that are far away, there's something that you can hold up to your eyes. What would you use to see something that's far away? Yes. Binoculars. So Commander Cody has built into his helmet special binoculars. They're automatically, they will automatically come down when he presses a button on his control panel. And he can take a closer look at the enemy that are far away from the battlefield. And also, they help with aiming his laser rifles. You have a question? That's correct. Commander Cody is one of the bosses, so he's in charge of the other clone troopers on the battlefield. Very good. Thank you, sir. Now, after the clone troopers were moving forward in the history of the Empire, we kind of lost the cloning facility, so the Empire had to go around the galaxy and ask for volunteers to join up. And so these folks are known as the... Who's this large guy in white? Yes. That's right. These are the stormtroopers, or if you come forward. So the stormtroopers are in charge of the front line of keeping peace and security for the Empire. The stormtrooper has special armor, just like our clone troopers. There are special provisions inside different sections of the armor. Also, this stormtrooper has a special blaster. It's a little bit more powerful and longer. So this is used on special missions where we maybe stay back a little bit and shoot the targets that are further away. Thank you, sir. Okay, this gentleman on my left. Okay, so we're not all officers dressed in black, right? This gentleman is in charge of making sure that our equipment, that our transports, that the TIE fighters, that the Star Destroyers are in operating order. So this gentleman is an Imperial crewman. Okay, so you need somebody to rotate the tires on your car, right? To change the oil and do all that kind of fun stuff. Well, we don't have tires on the Star Destroyers, but we do have other things that require maintenance. So that is the job of the Imperial crewman. Right. And who knows where all the clones came from? Who do we copy to make all the clones? Yes. The gentleman galaxy. Not the planet, but just his name. If you know his planet, his home planet. That's right. So the cloning facility was on a planet where there was lots of water. Yes.
Django.
He's Django Fett.
That's correct. Django Fett. Please step forward.
He's a bad guy.
So Django Fett was the master of the cloning facility copy
I like
the
it.
clone troopers. So Django Fett is, what kind of role does he play in the galaxy? Does anybody know? What does Django Fett do in the galaxy? Yes. See, does he have like a regular day job? He goes into work every day, he drinks his coffee, and he comes home in the evening. No. He doesn't have that kind of job. He fights. That's right. Does he just fight for anybody? Like if you wanted him to fight for you, could you just say, "Hey Django, if you come fight for me, I got some cash here." What kind of guy is that? What kind of guy goes out and fights for cash? Yes.
He wants to.
Yep.
In the woods. In the woods.
He wanted to say bounty hunter.
That's right. Django Fett is a bounty hunter. So if there's somebody in the Empire that you need taken care of, Django's your man. Thank you, sir. So because of his cunning ruthlessness, that is the reason that we chose Django Fett to be the master for our clones. He's smart. He uses his head, strategy. So the Empire, occasionally there's folks that cause trouble for us. What do we call those folks that cause trouble for the Empire? Yes. That's right, rebels. They make lots of trouble. They make lots of work for us. But that's okay, we don't mind. Because they make good target practice. Sir, you come forward. Who can tell me, what is this pilot's role? That's right, the X-Wing fighter pilot. This gentleman flies the X-Wing, which is really good for the TIE
You know what's
fighter.
weird? He actually looks like the one guy in the
X
movie.
right in the middle of our target.
The first movie, Star Wars, that was
Aim at.
one of the.
But they are
It was just like the real
right?
actor.
They make a lot of trouble for us.
One of the actors. He looked just like.
And X-Wing fighter pilot. So the X-Wing fighter
It's
has
just like-
similar
it's weird.
outfit as the Empire. There's special equipment for breathing to make sure that you have air. Because is there any air in outer space? No. It's a very dangerous, hostile environment. Special helmet with a visor with special readout displays as you're flying along, so you can do targeting, as well as special provisions down here at the bottom. Special flares. I bet there's some snackies in there somewhere too. A little bit of snackies. All right. Now the Rebel Legion is also assisted by another group that makes a lot of trouble for the Empire. And if you would come forward, who can tell me what role does this character play in the Empire? Or in the Empire? Yes. She's a... Yes.
That was she.
What? Jedi. Jedis pose a lot of trouble for us. You may think they're waving at you to be friendly, but they're really playing with your mind. They're trying to trick you. They're creepy that way. That's no good. They also stir up trouble. They lead the rebels in attacks against the Empire. What is this glowing thing right here? Very dangerous. Yes, what is it? That's right, a lightsaber. Very dangerous weapon. Who's allowed to wield a lightsaber? Can I go play around with one? No? Oh. Why? Who is allowed to play with a lightsaber? A Jedi Master. So, part of your training, when you're learning how to become a Jedi, you have to assemble your own lightsaber. It takes a lot of special skill. Very dangerous. Sometimes they'll explode, which is really nice. I like that. Sorry. So the Jedi has special robes and also special mental powers. Watch out for when they're waving at you. It's not being friendly. Trick you. Okay. So I imagine there are some folks that have questions for us. Yeah. Obi-Wan Kenobi? That's a different Jedi. He's got fur on his chin. This one. Yes, that's correct. You have a question? Django is awesome, isn't he? Yes, he is. Very scary. Does anybody have any questions for me? Yeah, just.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader? Is your question, where is Darth Vader? Yes, where is Darth Vader this morning? Unfortunately, Darth Vader has some special business to take care of away from the planet, so he's not able to join us today. But if you were here last year, you know Darth Vader was with us. And I bet in October, we're going to have another appearance at some different libraries. If you really want to meet Darth Vader in October, before Halloween, you want to come and find us. Yes?
During Order 66, didn't the clone troopers technically turn on the Jedi making it?
So the question is, during Order 66, does anybody remember Order 66? That's not when you're at Burger King. It's a different Order 66. So during Order 66, there was a special message from the Emperor who said the Jedi were now enemies of the Republic. And so the clone troopers turned on them and tried to eliminate the threat from the galaxy because they were causing trouble for us. So you are correct. So this Jedi seems to have escaped. Perhaps we can do something about that today. But maybe we'll get some pictures first. Who wants to get pictures? All right. So we have a special backdrop with us today. This is part of a spacecraft that the Empire has captured. Does anybody remember who was on this special spacecraft? Maybe hard to see. Who was on that spacecraft? That's correct. Darth Vader led the attack against the spacecraft he captured. But who was the very important person who was on board? Yes.
Princess Leia?
That's right. Princess Leia was on board the Tantive 4. So now the Tantive 4 is property of the Empire. Thank you for your donation, Rebel Legion. And it poses a great backdrop for us to get some cool pictures with our Star Wars characters. So we're going to wait in line, right? When you're going to the lunchroom at school, you wait in line, you wait your turn to get your lunch. And the same thing here when we get our pictures. So how about if we could have